Yo. What's good? We are back with another episode of Some Dude Pod. And we are streaming live on damn near everything. We're streaming live on our Facebook page. We're streaming live on our YouTube page, The What Digital, and Twitch. And we are broadcasting live on the Barber's Chair Digital Twitter because our boss told us we need to do that.
We just do what you told.
And we don't want our boss to be upset at us, y'all. So you could tell our boss, Scott, Barberchair Scott, that we are live here. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download, wherever you get your favorite podcast. Barberchair Network is the home. Some Dude Pod. You can follow us on everything Some Dude Pod. I am JR Bang with my co-host Mike B. Mike B, what's good?
What's happening with it?
Feeling good, man. Mental health check. How you doing?
I'm not good, Bang.
Oh, there we go.
I'm not good. I'm dealing with shit. Okay.
I
got rear-ended, pause, last week.
Yeah, you did.
In my car. We were supposed to pod last week. I was literally on my way home, and I'm texting Bang like, yeah, we pod at 4:45, and I text Bang immediately right after. I said, I'm not gonna make it, buddy. So I'm handling car insurance situation right now. You know, rent a car, all that. So I got all of it squared away, but it's just been stressful.
Yeah, I feel.
So yeah, but other than that, I can't call it. No.
Boy.
But yeah.
Heavy the head that wears the crown over here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Stressed. Work got me stressed.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. You handle that. You still handling that situation that we talked about? What was it? About 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
And more. I'll tell you off air.
Yeah.
But send your man's a congratulations text. Just send him a congratulations text. But yeah, man, we are live. We were supposed to talk about a couple of things last week, one of which was the Stevie Wonder pod. Gave Mike a little bit of homework.
I didn't get to that.
That's okay though.
Okay.
That's okay though. Because first thing I want to discuss. Now we had a lot of stuff to discuss there. I'm supposed to have my cousin Quet on here. We start the show asking people for a mental health check and stuff. And we mean it. No, we definitely mean it. If you listen to the pod regularly, sometimes we spend the first couple of minutes of the pod talking about good, bad, happy, and sad, whatever, just to get it off, get a chance to get it off your chest and everything. But I was talking to my cousin Quet, who, he's one of the I would say 3-4 older cousins, but around my age, that I would say that I looked up to. Like he's in that that group. It's him, Sam Silk, who y'all know, radio legend.
For sure.
My cousin Majan. That's the three. Yeah, those are the three. My cousin Marky, those are the three that when y'all hear me talk about like the people who helped mold me growing up, but like they're my like cousins, and I didn't grow up with an older brother. Grew up as the only child for most of my life. Those are the ones that really held me down. But he was telling me about part of the story I did not know about what he wants to talk about today. But I thought it was very interesting to give him the chance, but also him saying that he wanted to talk about a couple of things. And we ain't really... One thing I learned about my family is very interesting about how we open up about things.
Yeah.
And we ain't the ones that truly like open up with, just let people gradually find out. It's like, oh yeah, you ain't know. So he's going to talk about some of the things that he's been dealing with, but how he's been overcoming them. But I got some breaking news here. This is very interesting. I have not. Have you listened to Glorilla's album?
I have.
How did you like Glorilla's album?
It was cool. It's cool. I'll say this about Glorilla. She's always been who she's always been. So, and she don't what I appreciate about her is that she don't sound like anybody else, and she's as authentic as it can be. And I can appreciate that, and I also can tell that she not just in this just to just be in it. Like, I think she takes her craft really seriously, and I could tell she put a lot of work and effort into that project, and it's some really good songs on there that I like. That I like. Obviously, majority of like the content isn't for the average male. It's not gonna be like those are gonna be some raps that you gonna be rapping back and forth. You know what I'm saying? You gonna learn them and memorize them or anything like that. But she got some bops on there that I could play in the car, and I'm nodding my head like, all right, this is solid. This is solid work right here. So overall, I thought the project was pretty good. Like, I mess with, I like that project. I like what the females are doing overall. I like Lotto project, and it's the same thing with Lotto. Like, a lot of those records, the content that's on there, they're not driven towards men, but I think that, you could tell that they put a lot of effort into the craft, and they take the craft seriously, and, they have a lane, and they gonna go right to their lane, and, and I appreciate that. So shout out to Glorilla. But anyway, about Glorilla, what happened?
I ain't listened to it.
That's cool, because Bang don't listen to female rappers. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. Y'all can check the archives for that. But yeah, Bang don't like female rappers. He don't get it. He don't indulge in female rap as like that, So I understand. So.
How did you like the song with Kurt Franklin and Maverick City Music?
Interesting kind of record. I honestly just feel like I get what she's doing, but then the next song is back to the shit. You know what I'm saying? She back to the pop, 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 pop. Yeah, that, you know what I'm saying? The explicit content. So it was weird listening to that record. And then she goes off, like the song before that, she was wilding. Song after that, she was wilding. But as soon as she got on that record with Kurt Franklin, is thank you, God. Thank you for everything. But it was a solid song, though. It's cool. Like, it's cool. I appreciate it. It's all right. It wasn't nothing crazy. I don't think you're gonna get that song played on the gospel stations. You're gonna get any like gospel nominations for that record or anything like that. But it's cool though. I mean, she got her religious beliefs, and she on there preaching. You know what I'm saying? She's speaking how she feels from the heart. Thanking God for everything she got. That's all good. And then you use Kirk Franklin, which is cool. Kirk Franklin is
Hallelujah.
He down with the culture. So I kind of feel like that song should have been like an intro or an outro, though. Like, but having back then in the middle of the album is kind of crazy.
Yeah, you gotta put the religious song as the last song.
Yeah, put that at the end. You
gotta put that at the end. You can't have the religious thanking God song in the middle, and you can't put it in as the first song, because then you go to thanking God, and then you start talking ratchet stuff.
Yeah.
Don't really flow right. You got to put it as the last song.
It should have been the last song.
Like what? I'm gonna mention this because Scott tried to come down on me about my choice of song that I put in the Instagram stories to signify why I was upset and how I was acting when I found out that Samantha Irvin was leaving the WWE. But that's beside the point here, because according to chart data,
what song did you use, Bag?
I used Trade in My Life.
Oh, your favorite R. Kelly song?
That's my favorite R. Kelly song. That's the only R. Kelly song that I think, that's one of two R. Kelly songs that matters to me. It's Trade in My Life, and I Don't Mean It. Trade in My Life. The video. Excuse me. It wasn't Trade in My Life on this one. No, it was I Can't Sleep. There's 3 R. Kelly songs to me that matters. It's I Can't Sleep.
You put that in the IG stories?
Yes, I put it in the IG stories. But that video is hilarious, G. I don't want to go too far on the tangent with this Glorilla news, but watch the I Can't Sleep video. That shit's hilarious. R. Kelly is in the middle of rocky country. It is snowing outside. He is outside spilling his heart to a woman or a kid. I don't know, but the his movements and shit. Hear my prayer. It was like my man was in a cabin with the fire blazing and all that shit. I Can't Sleep is one of the funniest videos that I've ever seen, which is supposed to be serious. But I love that song. I Can't Sleep, Trade in My Life, and I Don't Mean It, to me, are the only 3 R. Kelly songs that really, truly matters to me. Like, they will always get played. I can skip 12 play. I can skip it. I can skip some of those other songs. I can skip it, but those 3 songs, if it play, I'm listening. But Glorilla news. Glorilla, according to chart data, her song with Kirk Franklin and Maverick City Music, Rain Down on Me, debuts at #1 on this week's Hot Gospel Songs chart.
Well, shut me the hell up then. Look at that.
So this is Glorilla's first entry into the faith-based Billboard chart. Should gospel artists be a bit upset that Glorilla is #1 on their chart?
I mean, it depends on how serious you take gospel music. Like, it just depends on how religious you are.
Since you're supposed to take Sing by God.
I'm saying, if you listen to the song, it's a solid song. And somebody that it might be somebody who listened to that song who felt a way, and that song might affect them later on down the line. It might affect them with whatever it is they got going on in life. And
so the song's the song is not ratchet.
It's not a ratchet song
really,
at all.
Okay.
It's a legit, like, gospel inspirational type song for like whoever it's like. Again, she could be speaking to somebody, you know, her audience who might have went through the same kind of struggle that she went through, and you know, and she's pretty much and you might be in a better place in your life, and you want to, you know what I'm saying, thank God for that, you know. So it could be inspirational, and it could help somebody else. So it all depends on how you take in gospel music. So if you're one of them people that's like really religious, and you know what I'm saying, and you like rebuke any type of, you know, activity that's not godly, then you hate this. Yeah, you hate this. Yes, absolutely.
Is there such thing as a ratchet song that could be praise and inspirational worthy to you?
A ratchet song that's praising, like, that's, I would have to go look. Or
just a normal rap song that might be praiseworthy and inspirational to you. I think Show Enough is a praise and inspirational classic.
Okay. I mean, what about Stomp? What about Stomp? Kirk Franklin.
I'm not. No, I'm talking about like actual rap songs.
Actual rap song.
Like, as I said, Show Enough by Tila, to me, is one of the best praise and inspirational songs of all time. A-Ball and MJG, Space Age Pimpin', to me, is a praise and inspirational classic. It is a lot to be praiseworthy about those 2 songs to me.
Okay. Let me see. I have to think. The Game. Why You Hate the Game with Marsha Ambrosius.
See that?
That's that right there. When I hear that record, shout out to Just Blaze and 1500 or Nothing on the production on that one. I think the production alone on that record, it's the last song on his second album, Doctor's Advocate. If you go listen to that song and you really like, Marsha was singing on there. And I just like, you know, that's one of the songs where you like, you know, how people say they feel like they're catching the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, I could get that from, and that's a rap record. So yeah, it's plenty of songs out there. Like,
I think Jadakiss and Styles P, We Gon' Make It, is a praise and inspirational classic.
Yeah.
We need to make a playlist of rap praise and inspirational songs. I mean,
Kanye, what's the one with him and Chance the Rapper on the first song on Life of Pablo?
That was too close to that was too close to gospel to me, though. I'm talking about non-gospel songs.
You can't. All right, I get you. But I'm about to say, like, it's all right. Well, what about Father Stretch My Hands? That's not necessarily a gospel record, but you can feel it though, and you know what I'm saying. You hear it.
Like, you got to give me a ratchet song that you can feel and just want to
ratchet. Go. So ratchet. I can't.
Like, I gave you Show Enough. I gave you Show Enough. I gave you Space Age Pimpin'. I gave you We Gonna Make It.
We gonna make
We Gonna Make It is
who make rap is
a lot of affirmations.
Yeah.
Need a lot of affirmations.
I gotta go back.
The Evils by Jay-Z is a praise and inspirational classic. It talks about how the devil is really trying to get him.
Okay.
The Illuminati feed my mind, soul, and my body.
There you go.
See, that's another one.
All right. So
I think Nas Is Mine is one of those. When you listen to Nas Is Mine, hey, Halle Berry blew a kiss at the Barbra Streisand concert. Like, what are those rap songs that strive you to be better?
Nas legit off King's Disease 3. You know what I'm saying?
See?
Yeah, I like you got the Eddie Kane sample on there. You know what I'm saying?
See, Prodigy, Young Black Entrepreneurs. Prodigy and BG, Young Black Entrepreneurs. YBE. That's a praise. It makes you want to be better than what you currently are and strive to be better. Those are the rap songs we're missing, Mike.
Okay.
We're missing ratchet rap praise and inspirational classics.
Okay.
We're not getting those anymore. We're not getting those songs. And if we get them, we're getting at track 5 when we got 10 more songs to go.
Shout out to Glorilla for stepping up and, you know what I'm saying, delivering.
Yeah, but Glorilla, #1 in gospel. If I am a gospel artist, I'm probably like, what the fuck? I ain't cussing. Look. Do you think?
You can't judge if you don't hear the record. You got to hear the record, dog. Hear the record, and then you go from there. Got to listen to it, bro.
Like, and this is nothing against Kurt Franklin, because Kurt Franklin does a great job at blending. And shouts out to Maverick City Music. Miriam be playing Maverick City Music all the time. But, like, we've had, I think it was Kiera Clark Sheard do a song with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is on that album, and a couple of others that have went in between. But when it comes to charts, when it comes to winning awards, do you feel a way, or do you believe that gospel artists should feel a way when you see people like Kanye get awards for gospel, when you see Glorilla is #1 for gospel and they're not gospel artists? Should gospel artists feel a way about that?
Hey, man, look, people been eating off hip-hop for a long time. People been eating off hip-hop for a long time. Look, if we want to get involved in inspirational music, if hip-hop wants to dive into that field, I'm cool with it. Kanye West put out a gospel album. It sucked. It wasn't really good, but, you know, he did.
So was Snoop's gospel artist? So was Snoop gospel album better than Kanye's?
I didn't listen to Snoop's gospel album.
Oh, you got to listen to Snoop's.
I didn't listen to Snoop's. No,
you got to listen to Snoop gospel album.
I can't really indulge in that, bro. Like, I can't take it seriously.
Wait a minute.
I can't take it seriously, but I'm not mad though.
I thought you was about to say you've never listened to a gospel.
No. I can't get involved with hip hop artists doing it. Like, if a hip hop artist wants to do it, I respect it, but I ain't gonna necessarily get involved. Like, I think I like skimmed. Matter of fact, I went to the Kanye West Jesus is King listening session, so I heard most of the album there. It wasn't really that good. So I mean, after that, it was like,
So Diddy come with that gospel album that Mace got asked on 106 & Park? Does Diddy need to drop that gospel album now?
If you go to Diddy's album, go to the Love album. He got what's the song he got with Tiana Taylor? Closer to God When I'm With You. That's crazy. I feel closer to God when I'm with you. Now this man is in jail. Not even 12 months later, this man had one of the most inspirational songs you can actually have.
And that song is raw.
Great record.
That's a great record.
Great record, dog.
I remember when they played us that record. When Puff played us that record, I was like, yo, he got one.
So it's like, you look at Diddy and you like, now, he's like, how did a man like this make a record like that? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, that baby
that's
oil.
One of them right there.
That baby oil and them freak offs might make people feel close to God. So speaking of Diddy, so this past weekend, October 19th, was the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremonies. It was in Cleveland for the first time in a couple of years. For those who don't know, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Cleveland, downtown. from the urban side, Tribe Called Quest, Mary J. Blige, Dionne Warwick among the inductees, Suzanne DePass, legendary record Motown executive, Jimmy Buffett. I got a theory on Jimmy Buffett that I want to throw out there a little bit later to the old heads. Who else? Cher, 78 years old and was bouncing her ass around that goddamn stage, fam.
She was.
Cher moves around better than most 60-year-olds I know. Mm-hmm. So the fact that Cher is believe that the love and bouncing around and shit, hey, that young dick she's getting is probably helping
make her feel closer to God.
Hey, yeah. But let's go to the tributes, man, because I asked you to watch it, and I asked you to watch it partly because of the tributes. I mean, that's what we're watching it for.
Yeah. Wait, before we get into that, what is it about Ohio that that's where you celebrate Hall of Fame? That like you got.
I don't know.
What is it like? What is it about Ohio? Like
Canton and
so
Kool and the Gang was one of the nominees too. They're from Youngstown. I did not know Kool and the Gang was from Youngstown, Ohio.
Shout out to Kool and the Gang. That was my favorite tribute, and I want to show you something too. Remember when I told you I had a clean house growing up? All right, look, check this out right here. This is just one of the mini vinyls. Kool and the Gang as one
in the
album.
plastic.
In the plastic. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? This is in my mom's collection. God rest my mom's beautiful soul. I wish she was able to see that tribute because she would have loved.
So your mom was a Kool and the Gang fan?
Absolutely. Mom and dad. These are my mom and dad's. I got so many of their vinyls sitting right over there. My mom and dad, they collected these vinyls and, mint condition, like plenty of them. You know what I'm saying? So I could have.
They made sure they hold them right before they.
Yeah, but when I saw the yep, there you go. Yep. But I watched it and I watched most of it. Dang, that shit is 5 hours long, bro.
I watched all that bitch.
That is crazy.
I missed the last two. I took 2 gummies instead of 1, and I was in a zone. In a zone. I was close to God. But then when it got to After Tribe, I was like, do we need to keep going? Do I really need to see Ozzy Osbourne?
I didn't watch. I watched what I needed to watch. I watched Cher. I watched Kool and the Gang. I watched Tribe. I watched Dionne Warwick. I watched Mary.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch Jimmy Buffett?
I didn't watch Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, see you. Okay, so
I watched with the tribute. Go ahead.
Did you watch anybody white tribute?
Anybody white? I was gonna watch Foreigner. I was gonna watch that one.
Nigga,
I skimmed past it.
Nigga,
I skimmed past Foreigner. But go ahead.
Nigga, you're racist.
No,
for
I'm
not watching
racist. I'm not
the
racist.
White people.
I'm not racist.
Why you ain't watching white people, Mike? You're racist.
I am very familiar with Dave Matthews Band, but
I ain't need to watch Dave Matthews Band either. Dave Matthews Band don't get no play over here because that shit boring. Dave Matthews Band is for niggas who do hacky sack. Like that, the niggas just be doing the hacky sack shit, kicking the little bean bag up and shit at College DuPage. Them the David Matthews Band niggas. I don't want to hear nothing. And then plus, he dropped shit on Chicago. He opened up. His bus was driving down one of those bridges, and they let the shit out, but they didn't realize that the lower bridge, they was gonna get all that. So people got shitted on Dave Matthews Band. So Chicago, especially like fuck him. But also, I ain't listen to Dave Matthews Band because, again, I don't play hacky sack. And anytime I see somebody play hacky sack, and anytime I see some white people with some weird ass knitted sweater and shit with some baggy JuCo jeans and shit, I think of Dave Matthews Band, so I'm straight. Okay. But Ozzy Osbourne, I don't want to hear nobody yelling at me. I don't want to hear.
Yeah, I'm very familiar. Hey, but his setup was dope. He didn't have to get up. He sat right in his chair the whole time.
My man's sick. He ain't got to get up.
He ain't have to get up, do nothing. Shout out to Ozzy Osbourne.
Foreigner? Nigga, Foreigner?
Look, I Want to Know What Love Is. That's in my white playlist. Boy, I love that record.
So shouts out to Jonathan Hood. Jonathan Hood sent me a text about white songs against one of the radio shows on ESPN. Freddie Coleman and Harry Douglas. They did some around like white songs that black people love.
Yeah.
So he was like, y'all need to talk about that or something. Dude, I was like, yo, we got a whole ass playlist of white bops.
Oh yeah.
But Foreigner, I did not realize how many bops 4.5. Nigga, I want to know what love is one of my favorite white bops, even though the Black Choir comes in and kills it.
That's okay.
But Cold as Ice is another one. Like, Foreigner got some bops, but I want to go to the black tributes.
You know, I'm rooting for everybody black.
And we're rooting for everybody, but they won already, Mike. That's why they're there.
For sure.
So Kool and the Gang, let's go on to Kool and the Gang first, because they was technically the first ones.
Yeah.
And what I liked about Kool and the Gang is that JT was the one who sang, and he didn't need nobody to pop up and do anything. He didn't want to do what dance, but his lace front. I don't know if you noticed his head, but my man had a lace front braid.
I didn't pay attention to that.
You go watch.
I didn't notice.
I took a screenshot of it.
Yeah.
But JT he had the lace front braided thing, and he had colored contact lenses.
Yeah, I didn't know.
So I was like, fam, we know you old, my G. We ain't gotta try to get younger for the old niggas in the crowd. But I love their tribute, and they're a group that should have been in there. The fact that anytime somebody wins anything or gets married or wins, you're gonna hear Kool and the Gang forever.
Absolutely.
Tribe Called Quest. First of all, Q-Tip. I'm not gonna get mad at anybody for having a long speech, but that was a long ass speech. That was long. Tribe made sure that they was gonna say what they had to say. But seeing pretty much like the native tongues, seeing Queen Latifah, seeing Common, seeing De La Soul, Black Thought. Black Thought could have did that whole tribute himself.
Black Thought was going crazy. Black Thought was going crazy. He was out. Black Thought on stage, bro. Black Thought, I'm familiar with your music, but I wasn't familiar with your performance. Forgive me. You was getting busy on stage. All right. So shout out to Black Thought.
But big shouts out to Busta Rhymes.
Of course.
Busta Rhymes, who is a future Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee. Let it be known why niggas was like, go solo after the Arsenio Hall show when he performed Scenario. Because that's exactly what he did on that stage. The remix and the original version of Scenario got rocked by him and the essence of what we remembered by Busta Rhymes.
Absolutely.
And then there was Mary. I don't know why Mary J needed Lucky Day.
Shout out Mary.
Yeah,
I have something to say. Go ahead.
Shouts out to me. I don't know why she needed Lucky Day, because he just came in and just did a run.
Yeah.
And part of the hook. Yeah. And then Ella May came in and did the part. And she did the rest of the tribute. You said that Kool and the Gang was your favorite tribute.
That was my favorite performance. That was my favorite
performance of the urban ones, because you didn't watch any of the white ones because you're racist.
I watched Cher. I watched Cher. So I watched Cher. So give me that one. Cher went first. Cher went first, right?
That's why. That's why, Mike.
I like Cher though.
The first shot of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony was Dua Lipa, however you say her name, and her. And I was not familiar with her game either. I'm now familiar. But that's why you watch Cher. Come on, fam. Yeah. It's like, now that we got your attention. But you said that Kool and the Gang was your favorite ones, but I want to go to Mary, because it wasn't necessarily the performance that caught my eye. It was her induction speech and who was left out. So when she was done, I was sitting there like, I wonder if she's gonna thank Puff. I wonder, will she mention Puff, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Love, Sean Combs? Would she throw up a kite just in case they know that she's thanking him? Diddy was a major part of Mary J. Blige's career. And he, it sounds like to me, was not acknowledged at all. Was Mary J. Blige wrong by not acknowledging Puff on this night?
All right, so this was the first thing I noticed before she even accepted when she went up there and spoke, because she spoke after she performed, and before she performed, Dr. Dre and Method Man had spoke. You know what I'm saying? They was reading the teleprompter, all that bullshit like that. And Dr. Dre, you got to do a better job, bro. Like you was. I'm concerned about Dr. Dre's reading. It was. They claim it was going slow. They claim it was going slow. But when they did like a little montage of like people they was interviewing and everybody speaking on Mary J. Blige, like had like maybe some old interviews, because I know I know Andre Harrell, they had a part on there, but I think that was from the Prime Video documentary that she got. Mary J. Blige got a documentary on Prime Video on Amazon Prime. So I think they use clips from that, and then they use newer clips too of like people that was like speaking on Mary J. Blige. Alicia Keys, yeah. And so what I noticed, I was waiting to see if I was going to spot like some like Diddy saying something, or her like, you know what I'm saying, in the studio with Diddy, some footage. I was looking for that first. Didn't see it. Didn't see it. Then when I noticed during her speech, when she was thanking people, like she was thanking family and all stuff like that, she didn't really say like specific. She didn't say too many people's names specifically. She was naming people like in groups of people. So it wasn't like, all right, I want to thank this person, this person, this person, this person. It was more so like, I want to thank like this group of people. I want to thank this group of people. Cause I feel like if she would have got into saying names, like you have to thank Puff. So I think she found a way to kind of not mention Puff, but in a way with the speech, like mention like everybody in a whole. Her speech was kind of dedicated to just thanking anybody or everybody that has something to do with her career.
Thank y'all without thanking y'all.
That's exactly how I got that. So I feel like she did that purposely because she knows, and like we know, and like everybody in the world knows how big of an impact Puff had on her career. So it's kind of like she dodged it, but if you really weren't paying attention, then you wouldn't have noticed.
It's weird when things like this happen.
But to answer your question, but the question was, do I think she was wrong?
Yes.
No, I don't think she
should have mentioned Puff Daddy's name.
No, because I understood the way she did her acceptance speech. I listened to the whole thing. I swear I was waiting to see how it was going to play when she did it. And she did it in a way to where like, she don't necessarily have to thank anybody directly. She's thanking everybody without actually saying it specifically. So I think how she did it, she played it safe. So I get it.
And then that is just a question. Mm-hmm. I don't want nobody to think that I'm saying that she should have.
Yeah.
But it just shows how messed up this Diddy situation is. Mm-hmm. And how messed up it is because of what may have happened. That somebody who held a major influence on us with the music that was created can't even get a thank you because of the reaction that people will give at this current time because of what he's alleged to have done and what has been seen that he's did on camera. It just shows me how legacies can fall like that. Because there's no Mary J. Blige, in my opinion, without Sean, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Love, Combs. Mm-hmm. That man gave her and us a sound that lasted a long time. But on the night that she was celebrated, a career that he helped build, he's in jail. Mm-hmm. And he ain't getting out of that bitch anytime soon. And that's the sad part of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that I saw. That somebody, yes, is innocent until proven guilty, but we saw him put his hands on Cassie. That's wrong enough right there. but he's in jail and will not be getting out until somebody says not guilty. And I don't know if that's going to happen. But with that being said, somebody whose career is rich as that man is, there's a number of people who could get any type of award, a Lifetime Achievement Award, a Grammy Award, a goddamn People's Choice Award, anything that's lifetime achievement at this point, because we are in the age that people we grew up on get lifetime achievement awards and shit. And I got something about that in a minute. We are at that age, but that man influenced so many careers. For him to not get acknowledged, I'm not going to call it nasty because it is what it is, but man, it just feels weird that a whole legacy is going to be cut out.
Mm-hmm.
But his legacy is so tied to these people that it's hard to cut him out. So anybody from that bad boy era that gets up on the stage and gives thanks and they don't say him, man, I hope you send a letter and say, hey, man, I know you did some wild shit. I just want to say thank you. You know I can't.
I'm more so interested in who's going to be bold enough to thank him regardless and how that plays out. Are they going to get muted?
Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes look like somebody that ain't, hey, I know, but he gave me Pastor Cavassier. He put me on a bad boy track when I needed it. Mm-hmm. So I'm thanking him. Like Busta Rhymes strike me as somebody that's going to give thanks, whether good or bad.
Yeah. But I think Mary played it. She played it safe. And I think it was, and as hard as it is to see her up there and not acknowledge him directly, I understood. So I don't necessarily feel like she was in the wrong for not thanking him directly, because like I said, if you actually listen to her speech, you can tell that she just pretty much avoided naming anybody specifically, because if you do start naming names, you're going to be like, okay, well, if you naming names and you don't mention Puff Daddy, then you're almost acknowledging that, you know what I'm saying, you have disconnected yourself from him totally. So I think she don't want to give off those vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like give off that energy to feel like, yeah, I'm disconnecting him completely by thanking everybody but him. So I would just thank all y'all as a whole, anybody that has something to do with my career. Thank you. So but we talked about this too, man. Like, how is this going to affect him and his legacy going forward? And this is just one of the many things. Like, Puff was well on his way to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame one day. Well on his way. The Puffy tribute at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame would have been must-see TV, man. And we have been robbed of that as a hip-hop community. We have been robbed. I'm going to
tell you right now, and we just mentioned this guy. There's 2 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction tributes that we're robbed of because of their nastiness. That is Sean Diddy Combs and Robert Sylvester Kelly.
Crazy, bro.
The 12 play came out what year?
94, 95, maybe.
So R. Kelly is because of his debut album.
93, so I'm sorry.
Okay. So because of the requirements of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, R. Kelly, if 12 Play came out 30 years ago, your debut album, I believe, has to come out 25 years ago to start to be considered.
Okay.
R. Kelly is a shoo-in, or should be a shoo-in, for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The songs that man would sing and the crowd, that man would have put, whether it's in LA or Cleveland, on his ass with his tribute.
Mm-hmm.
But we ain't gonna get it. That sucks. We not gonna get Diddy a tribute because of the things that he's done. We ain't getting that. That sucks. And the reason why I bring that up is not necessarily because of those guys. It's mainly because I think the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame does tributes better than any award show platform.
I think so.
The debacle that was the BET Hip Hop Awards, I don't even know who was honored for that shit as a Lifetime Achievement Award. I don't know who was, but even that
Joe maybe.
He was the host.
Oh, he was the host. Oh, see, that's
he was the host. I don't know who was being honored. I forgot. I didn't even know that shit was coming on.
Yeah.
But I was watching Cher, and I was like, man, Cher, 78 years old, bouncing around like that. And then Kool and the Gang came on, and then JT come out there with the lace front wig on, and he was doing his thing. And even when the Jimmy Buffett tribute came on, and the Foreigner tribute, and how everybody was damn near on point, I said to myself, man, BT and the Grammys need to look at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and figure out how to do tributes like that. That to me is how you honor an artist. Like even with Dionne Warwick and Jennifer Hudson, even though Dionne Warwick kind of looked at Jennifer Hudson as like, all right, fam, you oversinging me. Bring that shit down.
Did you notice that too?
Yeah, she was like, she looked at her ass like, all right, bring it down. And then she was like, you know what, take it from here. You gonna do your thing. I will follow your lead.
Yes. Yep.
Like Jennifer Hudson did oversing more than a bit. And Dionne Warwick looked at her ass, was like, hey, I forget it. Go ahead and do your thing. But even still, that to see Dionne Warwick at her age, it's like, hey, hey, we still on it. I don't know how many people watched the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't know how many people went on Disney Plus and watched it. But to me, it's a masterclass on how you show tribute to an artist and their legacy. Even the reels that they were showing, the previews, the video tributes and stuff. I really enjoyed those, taking old clips and merging it with new clips. Who did you have come up there? Teyana Taylor inducting Dionne Warwick is great because it's perfect because not just because they look alike and all that, but if you're going to do a biopic about Dionne Warwick and she's going to be the star of it, you need to get her in front of some of these other people's faces so they can know and understand that this is the person that's going to play me. And she showed a hell of love after the event when people was asking about the importance of Teyana Taylor coming in and inducting you. And she like, yo, she came prepared when they was talking about biopics and stuff. I don't want to say the whites because there were black artists that was being honored as well. But I don't know if Kool and the Gang would have, one, got a tribute at the BET Awards, and two, if they would have got it, would have been good. Because BET would have been like, yo, we got to sprinkle some old with the new, and then they would have gave us like, no diss to some of these artists, but they would have gave us like Leon Thomas and some other people singing Kool and the Gang songs. I don't know if Kool and the Gang would have got honored by the BET Awards. So the fact that they were able to get up on that stage and kill it the way that they did, it was great. But then also looking at the white artists. Yo, Foreigner killed that shit. When they were singing I Want to Know What Love Is, Kelly Clarkson ass got up on that stage, got to singing, and then the dude that sang lead walked this slow ass up there and got to singing this shit, and then the black choir was singing I Want to Know What Love Is. Yo, to me, the Foreigner performance tribute was by far the best tribute of that night, and it let me know that, yo, we just got to do a better job on our platforms and paying tribute to artists. We have to do a better job at it. We can't just be bringing in people to say we got to merge the young with the new, whatever. Bring somebody in that's going to uplift the people that's performing and give you a good performance. For example, I think they did a great job with the Anita Baker tribute, and you had people that sound like Anita that's there, and it did merge with everybody. But it just scares me a lot of times when you just gotta get a young person, just gotta get a young person. They just do that shit right. I don't know if the budget's bigger, but the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and how they honor people and how they either let them perform, do a mashup, or just have other people show them love. The fact that these people put their time into this is also great. I don't know what the budget is. Again, I don't know what the budget looks like. But yes, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame performances and tributes are way better than what you're going to get in any of our platforms. And that's tough for me to say, but the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth, Jack. Hell, LL Cool J doing Eminem doing LL Cool J songs and shit.
Yeah.
It's like
that was last year, right? That was last year's or the year before?
Yes, it was last year. It was last year, the year before. My favorite, since they started filming these and releasing these, my favorite tribute is the Doobie Brothers.
Okay.
It was the pandemic, so they had to do it virtually, but they had to play all Doobie Brothers songs, but they were virtual, and they killed that shit. That's not even on HBO Max no more, and I was pissed because I was looking for it in preparation.
So that was the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame used to come on HBO, and they switched it to Disney.
It actually didn't air that shit at all.
That's weird. Why would they not air it on television? Why? Well, see, that's the problem right there, though. That's the problem.
They didn't air it for years, and then HBO they would film it and then edit it, right. Then they would put it on HBO.
Right, it's never been live. Never something we could watch live.
Until last year.
Okay.
Until the last 2 or 3 years, because when Jay-Z was inducted, that was taped, and they didn't air his tribute.
Yeah, they didn't.
I don't even know if he rapped. I don't know what the tribute looked like, but they didn't. He
didn't do anything. He just
they didn't have nobody come up and do any Jay-Z songs or whatever.
But also, I'm glad you said that too, because Dave Chappelle brought Jay-Z up.
Yes,
Dave Chappelle spoke, and I loved Dave Chappelle's speech when he brought Tribe up, and I don't think he read that. Was he? I don't think he read anything.
I think a lot of that was off the top of the dome because
and I appreciate
the teleprompter.
Yeah, either that or he actually had that in his spirit already, and I think it was more authentic that way. And I appreciate Dave Chappelle for that. So shout out to Dave Chappelle because he did bring up Jay-Z, and I feel like he did the same thing when he brought up Jay-Z. I think it wasn't anything read. He, recited that shit right off the head. And so, that was one of my favorite things about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame tributes as well. Also, and I did get a history lesson on Suzanne DePass. So I wasn't familiar with, all that she's done. And then I noticed, I'm like, wait a second. Okay, this is the lady that Holly Robinson P played in the Jackson 5 movie. I didn't know that. I was like, wait a second. Oh, okay.
Wait, I thought it was Vanessa Williams.
Oh, was it? Oh, Vanessa Williams. Oh, that is Vanessa Williams. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, Holly Robinson P and Vanessa Williams look very similar.
Hold on.
Forgive me. No. You might be right. Forgive me. That wasn't Holly Robinson P. I'm tripping.
Because it had to be light skinned.
Yeah, it was Vanessa Williams. Forgive me. My bad.
Okay.
My fault.
Yo, she dark skinned, but I was laughing at the fact out of all the actors you brought up Holly Robinson Peete.
My fault. That's my bad. That was a mistake right there.
Remember Holly Robinson Peete was like top 10 for like a year and a half?
Facts.
Like she was definitely on like your older cousin's post like wall.
Big facts.
Like 21 Jump Street. We gotta one day do a show like forgotten people was like really like Holly Robinson Peete.
Yeah.
Was definitely like the sex symbol of the 90s, like the early 90s.
Yeah.
It's like her, Robin Givens. I know I'm missing like 3 more that was like just being rotated. Like Holly Robinson, Robin Givens. Like before you got to Holly Berry and all of them. Like right before you got to them. Holly Berry, Holly Robinson Peete. Where the fuck DG at? Because DG would know like two goddamn names, like two more names of like them late 80s, early 90s black sex symbols, like them teen heartthrob ass chicks that
Yeah.
be on the cover of Tiger Beat and all of that shit, like Right On and all of those shits. So,
But yeah, but shout out to Vanessa Williams though, and shout out to Suzanne DePass. I got a good history lesson on her, so that was one of my favorite moments of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees as well. So shout out to her.
So, question for you, right? Question for you. Who do you feel like if you could look at hip hop? We got what? We got Jay-Z, Tupac, Big, Public Enemy, I believe is in there. LL Cool J. Who is the next hip hop act with Tribe Called Quest being in there now? Who's the next hip hop act that should be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? And is it Nas?
Seeing Method Man up on stage, I would think Wu-Tang got to be talked about. No, was Wu-Tang qualify?
They got to. Yeah. They.
Eventually, 1993, Enter the Wu came out.
Yep.
Enter the Wu-Tang album came out in 93. So I could see Wu-Tang being eventually inducted. Nas for sure.
Ooh, this list that just I was Googling this list.
Nas, definitely Nas. Nas getting in eventually. So I would assume, give Nas a couple more years.
So let's do this 2000s real quick. This is a list that somebody put together that talks about, since the Rock Hall talks about artists who dropped in 25 years on their first album. These are some of the people that are eligible due to their first albums being dropped 25 years ago. So I'm going to go urban. Sean Paul is on this list. Phife as a solo artist is on this list. Nelly is on this list along with Music Soul Child.
I had Nelly in my head, but I don't know.
Who else? That is it from the urbans that matter.
Eminem's
already in there.
Eminem's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Oh yeah, he is. My fault. Yeah.
I'm going to So those are some of the people who are not in the hall. Some people that are also that
Nas gotta get in. I'm not disappointed that Nas. Well, he just qualified to get in, correct?
No, he should have been. I mean, they just started really bringing like rap artists in there. Remember, they just got Tupac and all them cats up in there.
Yeah, Nas got to be in.
Here's some acts that are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I just looked at this at Axos. Oh damn, they won't let me read that for free. Fuck y'all.
I hate websites like that.
What the fuck? Here's some acts that are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The B-52s should be in the goddamn Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Outkast is eligible to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That would be Outkast, Wu-Tang Clan for sure, and Nas. Those are three artists that I've.
Smashing Pumpkins is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's interesting. It's interesting.
The group that Patti LaBelle comes from, LaBelle, is not in. What the heck? Stop right here. Barry White is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame according to Vulture.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's kind of crazy.
The Commodores are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Lionel Richie is.
Mm-hmm.
But the Commodores isn't. So Wu-Tang Clan would be a group that I think that should start seeing some interest. Nas is not there either. Is there anybody else you could think of?
Do they do like R&B groups? Like,
The Spinners and all of them folks is up
Like,
in there.
you know, like
Temptations is in there.
what like newer, like not newer, but like 80s, 90s R&B groups can we think of that might be?
I think New Edition is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of
I
Fame.
think if you think of an R&B group, you gotta kind of gotta start thinking about New Edition in the conversation. Maybe that would be a great tribute.
They paid tribute to the Spinners. They
Okay.
did pay tribute to the Spinners. And I think it was last year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But New Edition is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Bobby Brown is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So those are that group.
Is
and
Whitney
especially
Whitney Houston in the Rock and Roll?
Yes, Whitney Houston is in the Rock Hall. I don't think Mariah Carey in the Rock Hall of Fame?
I think Mariah Carey's in, if I'm not mistaken. If not, we got to get Mariah Carey in. That's crazy. That's crazy if Mariah Carey's not.
She is not. Mariah Carey is not.
Yeah, we're
in
gonna
the
have to,
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, somebody got to make the call for Mariah Carey. That's blasphemy. I think eventually she would get in though, but you know what we waiting on. I don't think we need to wait any longer for Mariah Carey. I think
so. Question for you. Now I know that they are working. Wait a minute. Hold on. Did I tweak? Hold on. Yes, she is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Whitney Houston was inducted in the 2020 class, so she is in there.
Okay.
So question for you. So Rap is working on their supposed to be working on like for LL somebody is supposed to be working on a hip hop Hall of Fame. And I don't want to talk about who should
LL Cool J is working on it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a hip hop Hall of Fame.
I like that. I like that.
That's supposed to be coming to New York. Excuse me, or something like that. There is a building that holds the Hip Hop Hall of Fame that is in New York and everything. But I think it was supposed to be like some kind of like bigger type thing that's happening and stuff. But my question to you, does it matter? Does a hip hop Hall of Fame matter?
Yes. If it's done right, yes. You know how many discussions we have on top 10? When we talk about top 10, what are we talking about, man? We're talking about who's your top 10? Who's your top 10? We're talking about hip hop artists. We're talking about rap. That is one of the most sought out debates that you can have when it comes to music is who is your top 10? And it's always going to be about hip hop, rappers, MCs, man. That's what we discuss, bro. And if that is something that is being pursued and something that can be obviously not like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but if it's done correctly, like that could be something that what the hip hop awards kind of like should be. It's something like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know which TV network would pick this up, but if it's done correctly, it would be dope. I think that's something that would be dope. Yes, it matters. I would love that. I would love to see that. I would love something like that. Even if they did like a hip hop and R&B type, you know what I'm saying? Like blend it together.
Black Music Hall of Fame?
Black Music Hall of Fame. Shit. Let's get me that. I'm with that.
Because they do have an R&B Hall of Fame.
Really?
That yeah.
Yeah, but see, why is that not like presented? Like, where's that being featured at?
Where you gonna put it on?
See, that's where you gotta blend it. You gotta put it in. I think if you do something like that, then
see, that's what scares me.
Mike, you gotta mix it.
Mike, that's what scares me about a Hall of Fame with urban acts. Yeah. We don't come to our own award show, fam. They gotta beg niggas to come to the NAACP Image Awards They had the hip hop awards and
But
goddamn a
look,
club,
I
G.
think, but look at what's being presented to us right now, bang. The BT Awards and the BT Hip Hop Awards, bro. That shit is a fucking joke now. It's a
But
joke.
it's a joke, partly
It's a
probably.
joke. Go ahead,
Go
go.
ahead.
It's no, you
Go
say it's
no
a
go.
joke party. No, I'm saying look at how it's being presented to us. Look at the categories. Look at how they doing it, bro. They just like making up categories, throwing 8 to 9 people in it, and it's crazy, bro. The people that's behind the scenes, the people that's voting, the people that's like, picking people to be nominated for these artists, like this shit is just none of the main people that we love and admire, like the top dogs that's in the game. They probably don't honor that shit neither, fam, because this shit is presented like it's like janky, dog. BT Awards has turned like some shit that's been you'll see in janky promoters. It's janky now, fam. It's just tacky. It's janky. It don't feel authentic. It's a clown show. You know what I'm saying? And that's just we need new people behind this. Some people that care about the craft, knowledgeable about the craft, and know how to, put on a good and great show. So you just need a team, a staff that's willing to put in the work and present a product that's willing to be pushed on some type of TV network that no, like, all right, we might got something here. But wasn't that the hip hop honors though for VH1? Didn't we kind of get something similar to that? Wasn't that like the hip hop Hall of Fame kind of?
Yeah,
Like
I
a hip
think
hop Hall
so.
of Fame type of thing? Hip hop honors. See what I'm saying? Look who picking this shit up, bro. VH1, MTV, BT, bro. Shit is a joke. We need CBS to come through, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whoever it
See
is
it.
that's behind the Grammys or whoever's behind the American Music Awards, we need that
Well,
kind of push.
that shit was huff too. The American Music Award, that little thing that they did a couple of weeks ago was huff too.
Little thing.
Man, I don't see.
You know what I'm saying? We got the Soul Train Awards. But are we really
Them shit
indulging?
saying, man, let me.
Wait, didn't they have the
Okay.
Soul Train Awards this year, like on like a beach or some shit? Like it was
I,
it was on the beach or like a beach house or some shit
I
like
don't
that.
remember.
Bro,
I don't remember. I
shit is a
truly don't
fucking
remember.
joke, dog. Shit is a
Man, Mike, this is what scares me about the culture is that we don't put an emphasis, or at least in my opinion, we don't really put an emphasis on really celebrating our legends. We put an emphasis on exposing the bad, but
Mhm.
I don't think we really do a great job at celebrating our legends or just celebrating the culture in general. Don't think we do a good job at that. I watched the CMAs, fam, and the CMAs, the Country Music Awards, was lit.
Yeah.
The Stellas be hella lit from a gospel praise and inspirational standpoint. Um, the Grammys be lit from time to time. This past Grammys was the best Grammys that I've seen in a while. And even if they not lit, the aura, the expectation is there. Like the Oscars wasn't boring this year. And then like it's prestige there. Dare I say hip hop is missing prestige. We have a lot of debates. We have a lot of conversation about a lot of shit. There's a conversation that's going on right now about hip hop journalism and how hip hop journalism has fallen off and it's not where it used to be and all of those things. We have more debates about everything, but less honoring. There's no prestige when it comes to the genres that we supposedly uphold.
Mm-hmm.
And if there is some prestige about it, somebody let me know. If if that's the case, we need somebody to really put some money behind an event that's going to be able to spotlight the best and brightest in what we do, especially on the music side. And we don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe should be the NAA. That should be the NAACP Image Award. Maybe it should be that. Or maybe it's something else. But there's no prestige when it comes to what we do. It's just a lot of debating and a lot of conversation and stuff. And that's what scares me about if we can really put together something that's really meaningful to celebrate the things that happen throughout the year and to celebrate our OGs. I don't think also there's enough people. I think there's too many people to honor at some points. Like I said, I don't think Cole in the Game was ever going to get honored in the way that they got honored this way. You look at some of the people that our parents grew up on and that we start like where's the Gerald Levert tribute? When is Gerald Levert going to get the lifetime tribute and his family come up there and receive it in his honor? I think what we do well is documentaries, good or bad. I can't wait to see the Luther Vandross documentary. There's a documentary that was filmed in the 70s that around Operation Push. They did a concert in the early 70s called Save the Children. I was watching it a little bit earlier, and that shit was dope. We do documentaries very well.
Mm-hmm.
So if we were to say, yo, let's go do a documentary on insert artists here, we'd do that well. Again, whether it's good or bad. But getting up, putting on that shit, gracing the stage, being professional, and honoring the people for a great year and honoring our legends with lifetime. I don't know. I've not seen that really outside of the NAACP Image Awards. And that's still a situation where the people that you want them to come, are they going to come?
But see, that's where whoever it is that's putting this together, like you said, whoever it is that's behind these great documentaries and behind, since we might need to pull some people from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, whoever people are like behind the scenes in the creating of these type of, events and shit like that. Those are the people that need to be put in place to put something, and people that care about the culture. And those are the people that need to be put in place for something like this to happen. So if LL Cool J is the one that's putting it together, he needs to do his research, do his due diligence, and find people out there, that's willing. And, we could have some assurance that this could be something great. And that will bring out the people that, need to show up, and people want to show up, and that'll reel in, the audience.
And I ain't gonna front. Watching the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony made me jealous. It made me jealous to see actually good tributes. It made me jealous to see some of the greats honored the way that they did, and knowing that we don't really get that at our award shows. And again, it could be a simple situation of budgets, or it could be a simple situation of they ain't coming. And it's hard for me to say that a Tribe Called Quest wouldn't have showed up at the BET Awards if they got honored. Some people showing up, but who gonna show up to honor them? And again, are the people who's putting this on going to do right and put the right people in place to honor them? Mm-hmm. That's the question, which is why I said earlier this year in the episode, man, I really think tributes for our artists was dead. I thought that was dead. I'll just say it's dead on everything but the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Because even with the little ass run that Lucky Day did and the small amount of time that LMA did, from even though they flubbed some words and stuff, looking at what they did for Tribe and the fact that Kool and the Gang went up there and killed it with Questlove and the house band. My G, we ain't gonna get that. And as we get older, the question of the day, before we move on, the question of the day to me after watching the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and those tributes is the artists that we came up with, who is going to honor them? and which one of them should be honored? So, question of the day for Some Dude podcast is for the OGs or the young OGs, the 37 and up crowd, the 35, 37 and up crowd. Who would you like to see honored? Who would you like to see honored? You're going to get a lot of names that's going to be people who fucked it up.
Why it had to be our era? It had to be our era. Our era is the one that's out here fucking up shit.
Our era is going to be the era of pay them tribute. They did some fucked up shit. Our era. We're gonna have to pick and choose who it's time for. But then some of those people, shit gonna be so complex. I don't want certain artists to do a Wu-Tang tribute. Let's just use Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang got to do their own tribute. They're at the age right now that they can get that. I don't want nobody outside of the original members of Wu-Tang Clan and Capadonna to do any tribute for themselves. I don't want somebody to get a collection of Jid and Domani and Smino. No diss to these artists. I'm just saying I don't want them to get 9 random niggas to be on stage with Wu-Tang W's doing tributes.
Look, man, like I said, if the reason why I say Wu-Tang Clan should be at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I wouldn't see that any other way. Outkast as well. Andre 3000 and Big Boy are they can easily go up on stage and perform for 30, 45 minutes if they wanted to. No problem. I have full confidence that Wu-Tang Clan can all go up there and do it. And I wouldn't see it any other way. Those guys are in great shape. You know what I'm saying? They are still current in hip-hop, like Raekwon and Ghostface. Those guys, you know what I'm saying? They are aging gracefully. They ain't walking with no canes. None of that shit. That's why we need to do it. That's why we need to do it now.
But then on the flip side of it, who does the Jodeci tribute?
Now that one right there, we might have to talk about that one.
Who does the Boys the Men tribute?
I think Boys the Men can go up there.
I know they can. I'm just saying, especially when it comes to R&B singers, they don't want to do Motown Philly. They don't want to dress up and have on the bow ties and the barbershop quartet shirt with the short shorts. Talking about some Motown Phillies back again. No, some younger niggas could do that shit. Who the younger niggas? Yeah, is it Wanye kids?
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. We could name other R&B acts that we feel like should not only be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but we should be celebrating.
Yeah.
Who gonna do a Dru Hill tribute?
Do Dru Hill deserve a tribute, man?
Who gonna do the En Vogue tribute?
Let's be real here.
Who gonna do the En Vogue tribute?
Do En Vogue deserve a tribute, man?
See, that's being disrespectful. In our culture, yes. Yes. It's being disrespectful, Mike.
That's like...
Okay, so you know why you saying
that's... Go ahead.
I want you to... If you're questioning those people, those are some... Wait a minute. Just hear me out. If you are questioning those people and getting tributes, you know that's damn near half of the 90s, right?
All right, so look, check it out. So look,
that means the 90s is tougher than we want to.
Hear me out.
If we saying, oh no, like we saying, oh no to a Faith Evans tribute?
Like, check it out. Like, so look, hear me out. So that kind of tribute got to be set up like a melody type tribute. So it got to be like, all right, En Vogue, y'all come out and do 1 or 2 records, and then Dru Hill gonna come out right after y'all. Then Jagged Edge gonna come out after y'all, and then it's kind of like you gotta blend that shit in together. All right, they don't. Mike, I don't think they can't go up there and do 15, 20 minutes. G, you know what I'm saying?
Whoa. Yes, they can. First of all, Mike, yes, they can.
Are they old tribute?
Yes, they can do 15 minutes, G. But even if you Fam, it don't do that to Invoke. Invoke got his.
I fucks with Invoke, bro. That's what I'm saying.
They got 15
like,
minutes, my
you
G.
gotta throw like, you know what I'm saying? Like, put Escape. Y'all come up to do 2 records. You gotta melody they shit together, bro.
G, you're basically saying the 90s niggas. You're basically just saying, Mike, I just want you to be clear. I want you to be clear to confirm what you're saying.
Look, bro.
The 90s don't deserve tribute outside of Mary J. Blige.
I'm saying though, bro. I'm saying, hear me out, bro. If you do Jodeci tribute, G, Jodeci put out.
Give me 5. All right, Mike.
But they only got Jodeci got 2 classics, include 2 classic albums.
Okay, so I got a hot take.
Dru Hill got 2 albums.
I wasn't gonna bring this to the show, but shouts out Camp from the Port.
We could put 112 in there.
Is Jodeci overrated?
No. Damn, that's really a good fucking question, bro.
Let me ask you, and this is why this conversation came.
Come on, I got you.
What album cut from Jodeci do you like?
Hear me out.
Album cut.
So hold on.
Not single.
No. Hold on. So let me say this first about Jodeci, and I'm gonna specifically point out their first 2 albums. The first 2 albums, Forever My Lady.
Yes.
And what's the second one? Diary of a
Mad Band.
Diary of a Mad Band. So you listen to those 2 albums.
And then even to show the after party in the hotel. That might be arguably the best one, but go ahead.
So you point out those 2 albums specifically. They're orchestrated the same way. The first half of the album, ballads. You know what I'm saying? They singing. The second half of those albums are like they are like, you know, what was the swing, like they was doing the up tempo records.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jodeci's up tempo records is garbage. All of them. Forever My Lady stops after You and I. Hold on. No, yes. After the first 5 records, after You and I. Is You and I a single? Was You and I a single? If You and I's not a single, that's my favorite.
It was.
I don't think You and I is a single, but that's my favorite Jodeci record ever. But all right, so when you go to Forever My Lady, the album cuts off after You and I. And then when you go to Diary of a Mad Band, the album stops after Alone. Or no, Lately. After Lately. Once that Redman record comes on, cutting it off.
Wait a minute, because I have to make sure.
That's me. This is me. So
no, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying you listen to 5 songs and you're right. Forever? But wait a minute. Wait a minute. I want to be clear. Because this kind of confirms what I've heard people say. Stay, Come and Talk to Me, Forever My Lady. Well, Gotta Love was the first single. But it didn't do too well. They dropped Forever My Lady, Stay, Come and Talk to Me, and I'm Still Waiting. Those were 4 of the 5 singles. You and I was not a single. They played it on the radio.
That's my favorite Jodeci record.
But it was not slated as a single. So again, shouts out to my man Camp from the Port. He said that Jodeci is one of the most overrated groups of all time simply because you don't listen to their album cuts. And based off of 2 of the things that you acknowledge is you ain't listening to the album cuts either. You're listening to the singles.
Shout out to Camp from the Port because we have the same exact opinion about it. I cut off those albums. Soon as the Uptown Swing records come on, I'm cutting them albums off. So the first 5 records on Forever My Lady, and then the first 6 songs on Diary of a Mad Band.
And you cut it off.
That's it. That's over. When they singing ballads, they cold. But when they doing the Uptown shit, the Devontae Swing record, boot, garbage. Garbage.
I am not confirming or denying my thoughts on this.
I've always had that thought about those first 2 albums, bro.
But question. Is the 90s overrated?
Look here, bro. What did I just say, bro? I'm saying it without saying it. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to give all of these people 15 to 20-minute tributes, and they really don't deserve 15
So
to 20
En
minute
Vogue
tributes.
don't deserve no tribute.
I didn't say that. I said that when you put En Vogue into a tribute, you gotta give them. You gotta like blend it in. You gotta blend them in, bro. Like with you putting together a whole 90s R&B group.
15 minutes is almost 15 minutes is at least 3 to 4 songs. They got that.
I mean, look, bro, we ain't got that much time. So En Vogue, though, I don't know if En Vogue deserve a whole 15 minutes, G. Not to say En Vogue ain't cold or nothing like that, bro. I'm just saying. It's like, look, dude. You gotta hear what you gotta
okay,
bro.
Before we move on, I'm gonna ask this question again.
En Vogue, Jodeci, Drew Hill, 112, all of those R&B groups, bro, get them a nice group tribute, and they could do like a whole 30 to 45 minute set with them, and that should be fire. That should be fire as hell, bro. We showing love. We showing love tonight. These R&B groups, B. Singles go crazy. Singles go crazy, boy.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask this question and we gonna move on.
Yeah.
Wow, my head hurt.
Shout out to 90s.
I'm not gonna ask if the 90s overrated. I'm not gonna do that because you already basically just said that. Okay, Mary J. Blige and Usher have been honored. Top 5 artists that deserve cool tributes that was introduced to us in the 90s.
Introduced to us in the 90s. So we got Usher. You said we got Mary J. Blige.
I said without Usher and Mary J. Blige, they done. They got Mary J. Blige did her own tributes at BET and Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
Did Missy get her tribute?
Missy did, yes. She was in there last year.
All right, shout out Missy. God damn. Are you asking me this because we confirming the huffness of the 90s, or are we really? I'm just saying. Oh no! Hold on. Give me some 90s artists, bro. Hold on. I ain't gonna say the 90s is straight huff because we lived through the night. Look, 90s music raised us, dog. Hold on. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I'm gonna answer your question in a second. Give me a second. I know. Hold me out. Right, here we go.
So man.
Look. Has Snoop ever got a tribute? We ain't got no Snoop.
No Snoop.
Snoop deserves a tribute, obviously.
No Mariah Carey.
Busta can do his own tribute.
But okay, so we got Busta, Snoop, Mariah Carey.
Hold on, bro. Shout out Mobb Deep, baby Mobb Deep. You don't get Mobb Deep a tribute?
What the fuck?
I'm just making sure.
Boys to Men, can we put Boys to Men there?
Boys to Men, yeah, of course. Boys to Men.
Okay,
Boys to Men and New Edition deserve their own tributes. So we there.
But I said 90s. So we need one more, not New Edition.
All right.
We got. Let's just put Wu-Tang there.
Wu-Tang, yeah. Wu-Tang.
Okay, so we got our 5. Mariah Carey, Boys to
Mafia?
Men.
3-6 Mafia? All right, just making sure. I'm just double checking, man. Hey, I'm with you. All right,
man, let's move on, man. Tonight is the first night of the NBA season. Tonight, LeBron James and Bronny James are going to make history as the first father and son duo to pop up on the court together in a regular season game. Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. is going to be there. Interesting tidbit, I learned about who Craig Griffey was for the first time today. I did not know Ken Griffey had a brother.
Me neither.
That was drafted by the Mariners and didn't make it though. But all of them was in the organization at the same time. I just thought it was Ken Jr. and Ken Sr. I didn't know nothing about Craig.
I had no idea.
That's fucked up, Craig. They just erased your ass out of all of this shit. I guess I think the question of the day is will Bronny be more like Craig or will he be more like Ken?
I
Is
mean,
he more close to
technically,
Craig or is he more close to Ken?
he more closer to Ken because he actually made it to the league. He's on the roster.
Did he make it did he make it? Okay, that's a whole nother conversation. We won't even
Because
go
look,
into.
did Craig play in AAA? He played AAA, like
I think he said he got as far as double A and it was like,
All right, so he never actually made it to a major league roster.
but his daddy didn't influence it. Like, at least Ken was one of the greatest players of all time.
All right, well, Bronny
Ken
is
Jr.
more so.
Junior Griffey.
Bronny is on his way to Ken Griffey Jr. status, if you look at it technically, because he's on the NBA roster.
Okay, he more. All right, that's cool.
How long he gonna be on the NBA roster?
Oh shit, he'll be gone next week.
I was about to say that's
he'll be in the G League next week, my nigga.
We're gonna have him out there for the ratings this week, but next week
we go, yeah.
Back to the ghetto you go, Bronny.
Yeah, we got you out here to celebrate your daddy. That's what you out here for. Question for you though, fam. This is something that I was thinking about today. Normally we would do like predictions for the NBA and all this shit. Do we give a fuck?
I mean, you can say who you think gonna be in the NBA
Yeah,
finals. You could pick your finals team. We ain't gotta pick like who.
No, no, but normally we'd be like, you know.
I'm interested. I think this NBA season is gonna be decent.
Better yet, do we care with the end season tournament?
Yeah.
Have we started to care quicker about the NBA? Do we still wait till Christmas?
I kind of think we still wait. I think we still wait till Christmas to really like see who's who and what's what as far as the NBA is concerned. I think that's still legitimate that the NBA season really don't start until Christmas. I don't think motherfuckers really care about that in-season tournament either, bang. Like they care, obviously, but the way the in-season tournament is set up is that it's set up as regular basketball games. So it's like you're playing a basketball game, but it's just so happens, hey guys, this is gonna be an in-season tournament game. I mean, but it's still like it's not, the schedule isn't altered, you know what I'm saying, to favor or like, you know what I'm saying, any team specifically when it comes to the in-season tournament. It's just regular shit. We're gonna get the shiny colored court and all of that shit. Other than that, bro, it's a regular basketball game, G. Regular basketball game. So I don't think that influences anything as far as like us caring. I think it still stands that when Christmas time rolls around, that's when the NBA season really starts.
So, okay. All right, damn. Fuck it.
To answer
who you got winning the NBA finals this year?
I'm gonna pick the Denver Nuggets, G. And I'm picking the Denver Nuggets because I want Russell Westbrook to get his ring. I hope it works out for him in Denver. I hope he plays solid. I hope he wins. I hope that whatever role he does play in, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be 6-man. And I want him to play 6-man and be the 6-man of the year. And I want him to have a legitimate shot at winning the title. And they just, you know what I'm saying, Jamal Murray just signed, Aaron Gordon just signed, re-signed, so Michael Porter Jr. signed his contract last season or whatever like that. So they got their foundation. So the foundation is there, and I think, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna have a legitimate shot at running through the West. The West is looking mighty. I ain't gonna say mighty light, because you got the Oklahoma City Thunder who's gonna be solid. You got the Minnesota Timberwolves, and but I think the team to beat in the West is the Denver Nuggets still. So I'm rolling with the Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets versus I'm gonna say Boston again, G. I can't get in on the Knicks and be all excited about, the Knicks gonna be the title contender now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not all in on that. Not yet. I gotta see how that unit plays together. But
so you got Boston versus Denver.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Denver to win it though. I'm gonna take Jokic and Denver to win it. Shout out to Russell Westbrook. Get your title, Joe.
Man, in the West, Yeah.
It's early though, Bang. I know
Oklahoma City. I'm gonna go and just go with Oklahoma City
that
coming
don't
out the
that
West.
pick don't surprise me coming from
I'm
you.
gonna go with Oklahoma City coming out the West. I said that if you give this team a little bit of experience, I think they can get the learning that they need. I'm not that big of a fan of the Memphis Grizzlies, even though we get this Ja thing coming back. A lot of people think that Ja coming back, this team will get back to where they need to be. Or I'm not that cool with the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think they take a step back with Cat being there. So I'm gonna go with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and then I'm gonna go with the New York Knicks. New York got me hyped about the New York Knicks, man.
I ain't gonna lie though, the New York Knicks being, you know what I'm saying, one of those teams that you can actually pick, be like, yeah, they going to the title, they going to the championship, they are title contenders. It's dope. It's dope to see. You know what I'm saying? It's dope to see the Madison Square Garden rocking every night. You know, and their team is lit. It's stacked. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have an exciting team, and it's gonna be exciting to watch. I want to see how, you know what I'm saying, they play with each other, because you add in pieces, you add Mikal Bridges, you trade for Cat, you're gonna get OG Anunoby to start the season. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, he stays healthy. And you know what I'm saying, Brunson and Josh Hart. You lose DiVincenzo in the trade, but you know, I think still though I think they got a solid roster. So, but I'm not gonna go all in on the Knicks. I think Boston is still the team to beat, and they're bringing back their whole team. And yeah,
And I'm picking the Oklahoma City Thunder to win the title this year.
that's crazy.
I'm
But I ain't mad though.
I'm a,
So they is good too, because what the Oklahoma City Thunder needed was some hype. They didn't
we got
have
it.
they had Hardenstein, so that's gonna be solid for them as far as, like, you know, being able to have the size and be able to spread the floor a little more. You add Hardenstein, so the Oklahoma City Thunder gonna be exciting to watch as well. So
Okay. Well, we gonna postpone my cousin sliding through.
okay,
We gonna postpone. We gonna do that next week, and then give it a little bit more time too. For that one right there.
yeah.
But yeah, we've picked our people, and we
And
will.
would you have an NBA hot take? Because I got one.
Yeah, my NBA, my NBA
Your hot
hot
take is
take.
the Thunder.
No. My hot take is that Minnesota is going to take a step back. I don't think that Minnesota is going. I don't think Minnesota is going to be as good as everybody want them to be because of Cat. Excuse me, because of Ant. I don't think that Minnesota is going to be as good as we think they are, not because of Ant. I think Ant is going to be a star. Actually, Ant is my pick to win MVP this year. I think Ant is one of those people that when you go over to the Olympics, somebody is one of those people who grows and become a star and whatever, a superstar. I think that's Ant. Ant is going to grow and he's going to be a superstar. And he's going to win MVP. I just don't trust that whole team around them. I don't trust Julius Randle being the second star. I don't trust Rudy Gobert when it counts. That's why he's going to win MVP, but they ain't going to win. So my hot take is the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to take a step back. And y'all might be like, yo, if he wins MVP, why is he taking a step back? Because where the Minnesota Timberwolves were at last year, how they ended the season, I don't think they're going to end the season there.
Okay. Okay. I respect that. I like that too. I'm not sold on the Timberwolves neither. And Julius Randle,
they're not going to the Western Conference Finals again, fam.
And as good as Julius Randle was last year before he got injured, I mean, Julius Randle still, I think he tries to do a little too much, you know, as far as like trying to handle the ball, and just I think he needs to be more focused on just being like that dominant big man that can, you know what I'm saying, utilize the jump shot. But when Julius Randle tries to do too much, it's nasty work when it comes to playing basketball. I've seen it firsthand. But my hot take is that the Lakers are gonna play well this season.
Fuck out of here.
And I say that, hear me out. I say that. I'm big on teams building off what you had the season prior. And I'm also big on not just blowing up the experiment if it doesn't work out. Like for the first year, you bring in Hachimura, and you were able to deal D'Angelo Russell, which I feel like that's okay because D'Angelo Russell is serviceable for your basketball team. Hachimura was very serviceable last year. He played well. I think this is gonna be like a breakout season for him. But and then you obviously you got a healthy LeBron and AD, and I'm gonna say this right here. AD might be an MVP candidate. AD, no injuries. I think AD is gonna have a season. He's gonna have a season. Played the Olympics, healthy, came out in the preseason. The man played 30 plus minutes in the preseason. That shit had me shook. I said, wait a second. AD out here playing 30 plus minutes in the preseason and killing? I said, all right, cool. All right, I like that. I like that kind of energy from AD. It feels like he might have something to prove this year, and just build off. Obviously, you bring in JJ Redick as a coach, but you keep your roster intact. And I'm big on that. I like that. I like when teams keep their roster intact and try to build and keep the chemistry flowing. So I think the Lakers win 50 plus games this year, and they're gonna be, they'll be contenders. I think that's my hot take for the Lakers. Lakers gonna be solid. AD MVP candidate.
All right, cool. So next week I want to have a Woods dedicated show, Mike. I wanted to wait because I got some homework for you. I wanted you to see if you could find out everybody in Maywood who has received the key to the city.
Oh my God, man. Okay.
I just want to analyze something to see like who had the key to the city in Maywood. You don't gotta look and see who got the key to Bellwood or Broadview. You ain't gotta. But I want to see who got the key to Maywood because I really want to be able to spotlight those key people and like who are some of the people who should have a key to the city.
Okay.
In lieu of Lil Durk getting the key to Bellwood and Broadview. As a Maywood resident, though, how did you feel about Lil Durk?
At first, when I was wondering, like, what the hell? Like, where did this come from? It just came out of left field. I ain't never seen Durk in Maywood, you know what I'm saying, or Bellwood or Broadview. I ain't never heard of Durk coming through these part of, you know what I'm saying, this part of the town. So it was kind of shocking to me. And like, obviously after, you know what I'm saying, doing a little research, and I sent you the screenshot of obviously what was one of the reasons why he got it. So, I mean, if it comes down to that, I have to do a little more research and look into all the things that he's done for the town. But looking into that, like if this is one of the reasons why that they giving Durk a key, I mean, that's cool. I get it, I guess. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I ain't really got no feelings about it. But the first feeling I was like, well, what the fuck did he do? Why are we giving this? This seems so random. That was my first thought. It just felt random as hell. Like I Durk.
I just have a question.
I ain't seen Durk performing at the Bellwood Fest or you know what I'm saying, anything like that. You know, I ain't heard of any. I heard of him doing anything as far as like donating or having something named after him or him being involved in any type of.
Does Durk disturb a statue outside of Memorial Park?
No. Well, keep his statue over the outside of O Block. You don't need no statue over here.
We gonna get a Lil Durk statue outside Memorial.
Nah, bro, that ain't going down.
Is the tournament out there gonna be called the Lil Durk? The Durk Foundation, the Durk Banks Foundation.
I have no idea. I have no clue. I don't know. I need to talk to.
Is the Bellwood Spartans gonna turn into the Bellwood Durks?
The Bellwood Durks.
Just ask.
Look, I have no idea.
Real quick, give me your top 5 people in Maywood who deserve the key to the city. Just real quick.
You could go
5 people in Maywood that deserve the key to the city.
You could go like Doc Rivers, like a Mike Finley, maybe. Um.
We need to get the mayor on to talk about this.
Somebody brought this up too. I gotta go find this Facebook status. Somebody mentioned the mayor, and the mayor. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. But he mentioned something about a key to the city in Maywood, and the mayor had responded. So, okay, so
and I didn't realize that Fred Hampton statue looked like Gucci. His statue look like Gucci, fam.
So a Facebook friend, he nominated somebody. He said deserves the key in Maywood, and he added the mayor. He said shout out to Proviso Township for networking and bringing Dirk and his organization to the area. But let's give some boots to the ground keys, and this person, the person that I know specifically, deserves a key. And he said, the mayor responded. He said, just the FYI, Village of Maywood didn't give any keys. And I think he was kind of mentioning that I think he kind of like reiterated that he wasn't going to give keys.
Yeah, we don't give keys. So y'all don't give keys in Maywood, basically.
So I think that's kind of like what he was going at.
So should there be like a Maywood Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Or should they give out keys to the city? What can one do with the key to the city in Maywood?
I mean, what do people do when they have the key to the city? Does that mean that? What does that mean when you give? What is the actual meaning when somebody gets a key to the city? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Put it on the wall.
Is it kind of like, what I'm saying, similar to getting a street named after you or something like that? Like when you get a key to the city, what does that mean exactly?
Oh no.
Is that
there needs to be a like a Maywood Wall of Fame. And we need all Fred Hampton. Mm-hmm. It could be outside the Fred Hampton statue. Mm-hmm. Like Fred Hampton, Doc Rivers. Mm-hmm. Old girl from Power.
Yeah.
She from Maywood. Mm-hmm. Who else, Mike?
I mean, how Lorenz Tate get a key to Bellwood before Lil Durk did? Lorenz Tate from Bellwood. Why they ain't getting Lorenz Tate? Why they ain't get Old Dog a key to the city?
Lorenz Tate from Bellwood?
He from Bellwood. G4 Quarter Hustler too, man. What you mean?
I didn't know he was from Bellwood. I knew he was from the land, but I didn't know he was from Bellwood. Oh, man.
Bellwood, G.
Oh, man. Oh, that's messed up.
How did Councilman Tate not get a key to Bellwood? But
damn. That's what I'm saying, Mike. Next week, come up with. Right, bro, I got you. You can ask everybody is in the chat, or not the chat, but in the group. And it's a lot of y'all in there. We need to find out the top 5 people who deserve a statue in Maywood. Not even a statue. Right. They deserve the key. Okay. The top 5 people who deserve a key in Maywood outside of Fred Hampton. All right, cool. And that Fred Hampton statue does look like Gucci.
It kind of do.
They kind of do, fam.
Kind of do.
So, right. But Mayor Booker, that's his name, Booker. Mayor Booker, there should be a wall of fame outside of the Fred Hampton statue and just build on that shit. Yeah. And wall of fame. Maywood. Mm-hmm. Maywood Wall of Fame.
Yeah. Are you gonna go vote early? Early voting is officially open. Are you gonna go or are you like when I've never early voted? I
did in DC. I did when I was living because
I kind of feel like early voting
was dangerous. Voting was dangerous out there. I felt like voting in Maryland was dangerous because if somebody thought you voted for the wrong person, I thought somebody was gonna hit your ass over the head.
They take that shit seriously.
They take that shit. I was scared, but I went. Matter of fact, not only did I vote early out there in the 2020 campaign, I kind of like circled the block because I ain't want nobody to think. I ain't want nobody to follow me home. I was nervous. I ain't even go front.
Oh, you a Democrat, huh, buddy?
Yeah. And somebody, you voted for,
you voted for that black guy, didn't you?
Oh,
yeah.
Get your ass whooped out here. So yeah, nah. I was a little nervous. I was a little nervous when I early voted out there.
Maryland is a red state.
No, well, the governor was Republican, but he ain't fuck with Trump.
Okay.
But I told you about my experience around running into some crazy Trump supporters. I don't have a problem with Trump supporters. It's the ones that you just know racist. Cause them the ones that's gonna really fuck with you. Like them the ones that's bold enough now. Like boy, like okay. If I could put it in gang terms. Democrats don't care what gang you are. Just don't stand on my block though. Don't sit in the car and wait for your girl. Trump supporters, some of them are cool. But the ones that's real knee deep in this, those Trump supporters are the ones who yell at the car and say, "What you is?" Yeah. Or if they see you walking down the street, they say, "What's your shoe size?" Them are the Trump supporters that I don't like. Yeah. Them are the ones that's blatant. The ones that make America Great Again hats and shirts and shit. Them the ones that like, yo, what you is, fam? And don't say nothing. Mm-hmm. Them the ones that starts fights and threaten you. Mm-hmm. And them the ones that I saw getting off the train in Silver Spring, Maryland. And I was like, let me get home. Yeah. So that's how I would look at this system. You got hey man, just don't sit up in your car and wait. Tell your girl to come out and then get out. But then you got hey, who you is, man? What you is? Yeah. That's how I look at politics right now. Okay. Mike, end us off.
Yeah. But before that, I was just gonna say, like, I don't vote early. I'm not a fan of voting early because I feel like if I vote early, like I feel like my vote don't count. Like I want to be in the thick of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if you vote early, they don't count your votes. Like, what are you doing with my vote this early? I feel like it could get lost. So I don't want you to lose my vote, bro.
That's a Trump feel. You're the reason why January 6th happened. You're the reason why. You're the reason why, Mike. Yeah, people like you. People like you, the reason why. I voted early. You ain't count my shit.
I ain't count my shit, bro. I feel count like my shit. Counted, bro. You know
Show me my vote.
Show me my vote is actually there, bro.
Mike would have been there January 6th.
You know how much shit can happen from now to November 5th? I can't do it. I can't go vote early, bro.
So you gonna vote the day of?
I got to, bro. I feel like
in that long ass line.
I got to, bro.
Nervous around Trump supporters is gonna look at your shoes and say, "What your shoe size is?"
I got to, bro. I feel like.
Hey, what you is? And what if somebody in line be like, "Who you voting for, fam?" Yeah. Don't say nobody. You voting for you in line. Yeah. Don't say nobody. Say nobody will whoop your ass, Joe.
I'll take
like what? You gonna take the chances?
I take them chances, G.
You gonna take them chances?
Yeah, bro.
And don't say nobody, fam.
Yeah. Damn. I didn't know.
I swear.
I didn't know.
On everything I love, on MAGA, I'm gonna fuck you up if you don't tell me who you voting for. On MAGA.
Well, we in Illinois, bro. We a blue state.
On MAGA.
I don't
care. On MAGA. You know, niggas be accentuating nation. On MAGA, fam.
It ain't going down.
On MAGA, you got to let me know who you voting for. And if you don't let me know who you voting for, we going to fuck you up. Yeah. On MAGA.
They take that. They put that West Coast shit is incorporated into that West Coast shit is incorporated into the Republicans. That's how they act.
On MAGA, Joe. Somebody crazy. Walk up to you, Mike.
Everything you're saying right now, that's pretty much West Coast. That's
what happens. What happens to Mike when he goes to vote? On November 5th? What happens to Mike when some dude roll up to you and say, "On MAGA, Joe, who you voting for?" and don't say nobody?
I have a story. Look, I'm just gonna pay
on MAGA.
Bro, I'm gonna have my headphones on or some shit, bro. So. Don't talk to me.
On MAGA.
Don't talk to me, okay?
On MAGA, Joe. On MAGA.
I'm gonna have my headphones on. I'm just gonna be walking in. I'm gonna be trying to pass up them people that's gonna be handing you the like. You ain't gotta hand me nothing. I know who I'm voting.
I got a number 2 pencil.
I know who I'm voting for.
Yes,
and I do mine. And I do mine with pencil too. I do the pencil. I fill in my own shit. I'm sorry. If I vote electronically, what if the system goes down?
See, there you go.
I can't.
There you go.
No, bro.
You January 6th.
I'm old fashioned.
You January 6er.
I'm sorry, bro. When it comes to voting, I'm old fashioned. I've never done electronic voting, G. Never.
Well,
I might as well just be able to vote from my phone if you want me to do it electronically. Why you want me to do an electronic vote? I can just do that from my phone. Let me just do it from my phone. And if you want me to do something electronically,
let's just vote American Idol-wise. You just call into the hotline.
Yeah, I might as well call it. I'm voting for this person. That's it. Like, if you're gonna make me do an electronic vote, like shit ain't like I don't trust it.
All right, Mike. When somebody be outside your crib talking about some on MAGA, we know who you voted for. Joe.
It ain't going down like that, man. Some do pod, rate, like, subscribe, man. The Barbers Chat Network is where you can find Some Do Pod. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, just search the Barbers Chat Network. That's where you can find Some Do Pod. IG Some Do Pod, Twitter at Some Do Pod, at Mike B_CHR, at JR Bang, Facebook group hashtag Some Do Pod. I'm Mike B, that's JR Bang. Don't vote early, y'all. Don't trust that shit.
Yo, it's your girl Night Kel, and this is Some Podcast. We out. Peace.